that we've got your attention, let the games begin! Game cartridges assembling. Greetings. Game loading. Mind your fingers. Keep working, you rust buckets. Uh-oh. I don't understand. Every day it seems to be the same problem. Ugh, revolting slob.
You know, we can learn a thing or two from even the most peculiar people. Observe. Hello, revolting slob. Sorry to wake you. I'd like to teach the viewers a few new words, if you don't mind. Goodness, that certainly gives us some food for thought. You really seem to be enjoying that. I guess the revolting slob finds his earwax to be A, delectable, B, delinquent, or C, deluded. The correct answer is A, delectable, which means delicious. I don't think so, but as you can see, there's no accounting for taste. Revolting slob, don't put your finger in your ear. It might get stuck. It's really not a good idea. See, now your finger's stuck. So viewers, does the revolting slob find himself in A, prefabrication, B, predicament, or C, precipitation? The correct answer is B, predicament, which is a difficult or unpleasant situation. Thank goodness. We thought you might get stuck that way, but it looks like you're okay. All right, everyone. When he removed his finger from his ear, was the finger A, extorted, B, extirpated, or C, extracted? The correct answer is C, extracted, which means removing something, like a finger, from something else, like an ear. Well then, shall we review? Apparently, the revolting slob finds his earwax quite delectable. But when his finger gets stuck, it can be a frightening predicament. Fortunately, he extracted his finger from his ear. Well, that's enough for today. Try these new words out on somebody the next chance you get. See how many friends you keep. Oh, yes. By the way, extirpated means exploded or caused an explosion. No slobs were harmed in the filming of this show.
Come on, you buckets of gold! What are you gonna give to me? Get the lead out! Ooh, look at that! Wow! Hey, you want one? Here, take this. Bye! Think! Tank!
Ahoy, me land jamming friends! This here's Captain Bob with a different kind of cool running. I can't get back to my beautiful home in Jamaica cause I'm stuck in this tank. No worries, man. I got me Rasta sub and me dreads swinging to the music. Look at this.
Can you help Captain Bob? He's jamming
Okay, here's the deal. Now I'm gonna show you three things. And you got to tell me what they all got in common. But you got to do it before the water runs out of my tank. Let's go, gang. We got to get jamming.
Use your eyes, use your brain before his clues go down the drain.
Like I said, we got three things. We got a politician, a river, and a sprinter. What do they all have in common? Quick, the level's dropping. A politician, a river, and a sprinter. We're almost at the bottom, man. Do you see it now? They're all things that run. Ain't that grand? A politician runs for office. A river runs into the sea. And a sprinter runs in a race. Now this is fun. Next clue.
Before all Bob hits the bottom, find what is we got in common.
What's this now? We got somebody's hands, somebody's feet, and the carpenter's toolbox. Can you figure out what ties them all together? Think hard. The water's already running away. You got somebody's hands, somebody's feet, and the toolbox. Hurry! That drain big luggin. Time's up, Mom. They're all things with nails. A hand's got nails, you got nails on your feet, and you got nails in a toolbox. Well, that hits a hammer on the head. Okay, people, that's it for today. Join me in me take next time for another round.
We have Captain Bob, now he's jamming in his song.
Who's got the next game? Done. Wow, 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 wow! Poop or scoop?
Ladies and gentlemen, hey, I'm talking here. That's better. All right, it's time once again to play Poop or Scoop. Can you tell the straight scoop true from the animal poop false? Test your knowledge of the animal kingdom by separating fact from fiction. Let's start with our first animal. Wow. Poop or Scoop? A cheetah can go from 0 to 40 miles per hour in under 2 seconds. What do you think? If you think a cheetah can out-accelerate your family car, vote Scoop. But if you think we're just trying to cheat you, vote Poop. And the answer is... it's the straight scoop. Cheetahs are the fastest mammals on land. Not only can they go from 0 to 40 in 2 seconds, they can also run over 70 miles per hour. Okay, here we go again. Poop or Scoop? The vampire bat isn't a bit like Count Dracula. He's as harmless as a mouse. If you think that's the truth, vote Scoop. But if you think this guy can be really scary, vote Poop. You got it. It's pure poop. In fact, the vampire bat gets its name because it sucks the blood of sleeping animals, including humans. Sweet dreams, kids. Okay, gang, here's another. Poop or Scoop? The gecko is a type of lizard that can say its own name. If you think the gecko can introduce himself at parties, vote Scoop. But if that sounds like a crock, vote Poop. It's the straight scoop. Geckos make chirping noises that sound like they're saying their name. Okay, Poop or Scoop? The tarantula must eat twice its own weight in food every day in order to survive. If you can swallow that story, vote Scoop. If not, vote Poop. So, are all tarantulas really that hungry? It's complete poop. The tarantula can actually survive for over a year without eating anything at all. Well, kids, that's all we got for you today. If you got only one right, you're a party pooper. 2, and you're a pooper scooper. 3 makes you a super pooper scooper. If you got all 4 questions, you're what else? A super duper pooper scooper. I'm telling you, you can't get this kind of entertainment just anywhere. So please, join us again next time for Poop or Scoop.
Hey there! Next game coming up! Greetings.
Game cartridge loading. Check.
Here we are.
Good evening and welcome to another episode of Here We Are! As we follow the adventures of 2 lost ears trying to find their place in the world. So, here we go!
Hey! Hey!
Ow! What are you doing?
I'm whacking you on the ear.
Why?
'Cause you got earwax. Let's play. What is this sound?
It's the president signing a bill into law.
No.
The vice president?
No.
Can I hear it again? I give up.
It's 2 guys colliding.
I knew that.
Ready for the next one?
Hit me. Ow! No, hit me with the next clue.
That was the next clue.
One more time. It's a guy hitting something hard into something hard.
Yes. I'll give it to you.
Ow!
Last clue. What is this?
It's ice skates.
Right. So where would we hear this, and this, and this? Yeah? Yeah?
Shoot!
What's the matter?
I caught a cold.
Where?
At the ice hockey game. I got a clue for you. What's this?
One more time? I give up.
It's a hockey player brushing his tooth.
What happened to his other teeth?
That concludes today's episode of Here We Are! And we are out of here!
Psycho Math, where I'm gonna give you all these math-type problems, and you just have to figure them out before one of us goes stark raving mad. Man, I'm taking in way too much combination. Remember how this works. I show an equation, but in place of those boring old numbers, I'll be using pictures and things. And all you gotta do is use your arithmophonetic capabilities to figure out what they stand for. Then, just do the math. Like this. Take the inches in a foot and add it to the days in June. Then divide it by a peace sign. And what do you get? Pretty weird, huh? Not as weird as me! That cleared my head. You got the answer? You take the 12 inches in a foot, add it to the 30 days in June. Because you know not all months have 31. Divided by the peace sign, which is 2. And the answer should be 21. 21. Well, cool, we be jamming now. Let me try another, okay? Good. So, you got Snow White's dwarfs, plus a perfect test score. Take away the number of legs on an octopus. We'll give them back when we're done. Equals what? Look, 7 dwarfs plus 100% minus the 8 legs on an octopus equals 99. 99. Okay, one more. This one might be a little tough, but I know you're down with the program. Take a deck of playing cards. Subtract the eyes of a freaky cyclops. A dainty one will do as well. Minus the states of the United States of America. What do you got, man? I'll give you plenty of time. Time's up! 52 cards in a deck, minus 1 eye on a cyclops, freaky, dainty, or otherwise, minus 50 states in the Union equals 1. 1, which is one lonely number. Okay, you did pretty good, but Brain's taking a real beating, so next time, I want you guys ready to boogie! Do you hear me? Good. Now get yourselves out of here. Y'all be giving me a headache. Crashbox out.
That was cool. Let's play another. Next game on the way. Dirty Pictures.
name's McCracken. Lens McCracken. Ace photo snoop. I photograph crime scenes and use my snapshots as clues. But here's the skinny. My zoom lens is broken, so all my pictures are close-ups. That's where you come in, baby. I need your help to figure out the shots. After you do, sit back and relax while you watch the master, Lens McCracken, solve the mystery. Today's crime puzzle? The case of the stray Alaskan Husky. Now, let's take a look at each of these 3 photos. Our first clue. This one is real cool. I can't quite figure it out. Guess my mind must be frozen. Why don't you take a guess? Ooh, this snapshot is sure a sour piece of work. I got in way too close. Try to peel away the layers and see what you get. Okay, here's the last photo clue. Something in my gut tells me this one will unlock the mystery. Let's eyeball them all together. I got zilch. Time to try my reliable darkroom computer, the Solutionator. So, here's the first close-up. Aha, I knew it all the time. An ice tray. How chilling. What's next? Nope, this photo isn't sweet. A lemon. What a tart surprise. But wait, this case is still locked tight without the final clue. So, here's the close-up. A key. Well, that certainly opens the door to solving the mystery. Now I think I have all the elements to wrap up this case. An Eskimo lost his key and locked himself out of his igloo. He traveled in his dog sled to search for another home and found himself so far south there was no snow, so he had to make an igloo out of ice cubes from an ice tray. After all his hard work, he was so thirsty he used the leftover ice cubes and a lemon to make a frosty glass of lemonade. It was so delicious he opened up a lemonade stand, and it became so successful he forgot all about his dog sled, and one of the Alaskan Huskies wandered off. Case solved. Am I good or what? That, by the way, was a rhetorical question, 'cause I'm Lens McCracken, photo snoop.
It's time for Crashbox Rewind, where we flash back through the show and remind you how smart you really are.
You take the 12 inches in a foot, add it to the 30 days in June, divided by the peace sign, which is 2. And the answer should be 21. 21.
Cheetahs are the fastest mammals on land. Not only can they go from 0 to 40 in 2 seconds, they can also run over 70 miles per hour.
We got a politician, a river, and a sprinter. They're all things that run. Ain't that grand?
Well, that's it for now. See you next time. Now that we've got your attention, let the games begin. Game cartridges assembling. Greetings. Game loading. Mind your fingers. Keep working, you rust buckets. Uh-oh. Oh, no, not again. I don't understand. Every game seems to be... Ugh, revolting slob.
You know, we can learn a thing or two from even the most peculiar people. Observe. Hello, revolting slob. Excuse me, revolting slob, but I'd like to teach the viewers a few new words.
So?
It's hard to believe, but you're looking a little messier than usual. So, everyone, is the revolting slob A, dishonest, B, dismissed, or C, disheveled? The correct answer is C, disheveled, which means ruffled and untidy. Revolting slob, I'm sure you'll get a lot of use from that word. Revolting slob, is everything okay?
Thinking.
Really? How exciting! What are you thinking about?
Lunch.
Now, this is really a magic moment. The revolting slob is actually thinking. Does that make him A, pending, B, pensive, or C, penalized? The correct answer is B, pensive. To be pensive means to be deep in thought. Oh dear, that didn't sound good. Oh my. It seems as though all that thinking about food has made you sick. Does that mean the revolting slob is now A, queasy, B, cauterized, or C, vaporized? The correct answer is A, queasy, which means feeling nauseous or sick to your stomach. Let's review, shall we? You look a mess. How can you stand to be so disheveled? When you think about lunch, you become rather pensive. Oh, but all that thinking about food has made you a little queasy. But not to worry. Queasy come, queasy go. Well, I think that's quite enough for today. Try these new words out on somebody the next chance you get. See how many friends you keep. Oh yes, by the way, vaporized. It means to vanish into smoke. No slobs or parakeets were harmed in the filming of this show.
Come on, you buckets of bolts! Who are you gonna give to me? Get the lid out! Ooh, look at that! Wow! Hey, woman! Here, take this. Bye! Think!
Ahoy, me land jamming friends! This here's Captain Bob with a different kind of cool running. I can't get back to my beautiful home in Jamaica cause I'm stuck in this tank. No worries, man. I got me Rasta sub and me dreads swinging to the music. Look at this.
Can you help Captain Bob? He's jamming in his soul.
Okay, here's here's the deal. Now I'm gonna show you 3 things. And you got to tell me what they all got in common. But you got to do it before the water runs out of my tank. Let's go, gang. We got to get jamming.
Use your eyes, use your brain before his clues go down the drain.
Like I said, we got 3 things. We got a baby, Count Dracula, and the vacuum. What do they all have in common? Quick, the level's dropping. A baby, Count Dracula, and the vacuum. We're almost at the bottom, man. Do you see it now? They're all things that suck, just like the drain in my tank. A baby sucks his bottle, Count Dracula sucks your blood, and the vacuum cleaner sucks up the dirt. Now this is fun. Next clue.
Before old Bob hits the bottom, find what these 3 got in common.
What's this now? The pages of a book, autumn leaves, and the car steering wheel. Can you figure out what ties them all together? Think hard. The watch is already running away. The pages of a book, autumn leaves, and the car steering wheel. Hurry! That drain big lugging. Time's up, man. They're all things that turn, just like me Rasta some. You can turn the pages of a book, the autumn leaves turn, and you can turn the steering wheel in your car, man. Well, that's it for today. Join me in me take next time for another round.
We have gotten Bob, now he's jamming in his song.
We've got the next Poop or scoop?
Ladies and gentlemen, hey, I'm talking here. That's better. All right, it's time once again to play Poop or Scoop. Can you tell the straight scoop true from the animal poop false? Test your knowledge of the animal kingdom by separating fact from fiction. Let's start simple. Okay, Poop or Scoop. You can smell a skunk spray from a mile away. Do you believe that? If you think you can smell a skunk from a mile away, go Scoop. If you smell a rat, go Poop. And the answer is, it's the straight Scoop. When threatened, the skunk can squirt its stinky spray more than 15 feet, but the smell travels for a mile in every direction. Okay, here comes the next one. You've heard of flying fish and flying squirrels, but what about flying snakes? Poop or Scoop? Some snakes can fly. If you think that's the truth, go Scoop. If not, go Poop. But close the door first. And the answer is the straight Scoop. Flying snakes climb trees and launch themselves into the air in search of food. Once airborne, the snakes flatten out their bodies and make a rapid series of S-shapes to get as much lift as possible. Remember, gang, you gotta spin it to win it. So, Poop or Scoop? A rat's teeth grow 5 inches a year. If you think that's the tooth and nothing but the tooth, vote Scoop. If not, vote Poop. Guess what, gang? It's the straight Scoop. Rats' teeth grow all the time, about 5 inches a year. But rats wear them down just as fast by gnawing on things. That's why their teeth don't look like they grow at all. Get ready for another one. Poop or Scoop? Ostriches really do bury their heads in the sand. If you agree, vote Scoop. If you disagree, vote Poop. Do ostriches really bury their heads in the sand? Not easy, is it? The answer is animal poop. Yes, sirree, pure poop. When ostriches sense danger, they tuck in their heads and necks, raise their tails, and fluff out their feathers. It makes them look like bushes on tall stems, so it gives the impression that they've buried their heads in the ground. Well, kids, that's all we got for you today. If you got only one right, you're a party pooper. 2, and you're a pooper scooper. 3 makes you a super pooper scooper. If you got all 4 questions, you're what else? A super duper pooper scooper. I'm telling you, you can't get this kind of entertainment just anywhere. So please, join us again next time for Poop or Scoop.
Cartridge loading. Check. Next game up, Riddle Snake.
In the dark and mysterious recesses of parts unknown, there resides the strange and riddle-wise creature known only as the Riddle Snake. His music is enchanting, and his riddles are perplexing. So look close and think even closer, closer, closer. The riddle is, what building has the most stories? What building has the most stories? Is the library. The Riddle Snake loves the library, although he gets confused between S and Sh. Sayonara.
Psycho Man, where we're gonna stretch the mathematical portion of your brain till it won't go no more. And you know what happens when you stretch the brain to the limit? Whoa! Pretty cool, huh? Just don't go standing too close to your moms when you're doing this. You'll get numbers all over. Now, I'm gonna show you this equation, but I'll be using pictures and things, and you got to figure out what they stand for. Then just do the math. Simple? Let me be the judge of that. Here goes. Take the letters in the alphabet and the number of kids in an empty room, and then divide it by the number of United States senators from your state, which equals what? You got it figured? Okay, here's what we got. The alphabet has 26 letters. Add it to 0. Get it? There are no kids in an empty classroom. Now divide it by 2 U.S. senators in every state elect. And the answer is 13. 13. Unlucky, but still correct. Okay, we got it going on now. Let's hit another one. We got the yards in a football field, plus the sides of a cube, minus the number of A's in the word aardvark. Go ahead, you can count them. I won't tell on you. Equals what? Okay, 100 yards on a football field, plus the 6 sides of a cube, minus the 3 A's in aardvark equals 103. 103. Okay, we got the momentum going on now. Let's try to stretch your brain just a little more. This one may hurt. Take the dimes and a dollar. Subtract the runs in a grand slam, and you divide it by the wheels on a unicycle. It's a little tricky. What you get? Here's the story. There's 10 dimes and a dollar, from which you subtract the 4 runs to score when you hit a grand slam, which you divide by the 1 wheel in a uni meaning 1, unicycle. The answer? 6. 6. Remember, any number divided by 1 is still that number. Whoa! Don't mind me. Dividing by 1 always does this. Listen, I gotta lie down. Y'all can come back after the fire marshal gives the all clear. Man, Professor Rocket's out.
Who's got the next game? Next game coming up. Greetings. Next game on the way. Dirty Pictures.
Check it out. Here's Paige and Sage. They're like identical twins, and they even look alike. Anyway, even though they like totally look alike, if you totally scoot up to the screen real close, you'll see 10 differences on each side of the picture. Today, they're at a party. Think you can find the differences? Awesome. You got 60 seconds.
So clueless.
Time's totally up. So let's see if you got what I got. Sage has an Afghan blanket on her couch, and she has one less balloon than Paige. The cakes? Paige's has candles, Sage has none, but then she's got a gift. Duh. Paige has a floor lamp, and Sage's is hanging. Their dorky party hats are different, and so are their tables. If you look behind Sage, there's this bugly punch bowl, and behind Paige, there are soda cans. And Sage has a whole one more person than Paige at her party. Oh, and Sage has wallpaper, and Paige has brick. Hey, the party just got good. As if. Okay, I gotta bail, because if I don't, I'm gonna, like, hurl. Ciao!
It's time for Crashbox Rewind, where we flash back through the show and remind you how smart you really are.
We got 100 yards on a football field, plus the 6 sides of a cube, minus the 3 A's in oddball equals 103. 103!
Flying snakes climb trees and launch themselves into the air in search of food. Once airborne, the snakes flatten out their bodies and make a rapid series of S shapes to get as much lift as possible.
We got a baby, Count Dracula, and the vacuum. What do they all have in common? They're all things that suck, just like the drain in my tank.
Well, that's it for now. See you next time. Play Crashbox at HBOforkids.com. Well, now that we've got your attention, let the games begin.
Game cartridges assembling.
Greetings. Game loading. Mind your fingers. have been a doctor, I could have been a mechanic. First game up, Captain Bones.
Ahoy, matey. Shiver me timbers. Yo ho ho. Look alive, ye lollygaggers. I'm the incredibly dead Captain Bones. I've been sailing the seven seas for an eternity, and I'll tell ya, I'm a bored stiff. The only thing that saves me from going stark raving mad is making up math puzzles using nothing but me own bones. Now watch closely, and just do as I say, or I'll surprise the life out of ye. Just watch me bones. Let me show you what I mean. Now, you know that 1 and 1 don't come up to 6, but there's a way to fix her up so she makes sense. And you can do it by moving only one of me bones. Can you see how? Faster than ye can say, Jolly Roger, ye have 7 minus 1 equals 6. Got the idea now? Here's one for ye to puzzle out without me help. Just let me shuffle up me bones. If you think 10 minus 8 equals 18, then your brains need to be squeegeed. You'd better know that 10 minus 8 equals 2. So, to fix me bones, you're to move only one of them, just like I showed you not a moment ago. Hands off all me other bones, you scavenging savages. Now, get to work. Alright, here's a hint for ye. 0s and 8s look mighty similar. The biggest number will be on the left when you're done, you slipper-fetching cabin boy. Let me get one last hint into your thick skull. What does 18 minus 8 equal? Can you change me bones round to get 18 minus 8? All right, me bones are aching from all this waiting. You're in need of the answer, aren't you? The answer is 18 minus 8 equals 10, as if ye knew. You should be ashamed of yourself for missing this puzzle, you corner-cringing, time-out-needing poster child for the mumps. You're not fit to touch me bones, you daughter of a mother, sack of soiled sea slug, salty, unwashed fish bucket of miserable barnacles for brains.
Hey there! Next game coming up!
Game cartridge loading. Check.
Distraction news on the air in 3, 2, 1.
And now, Distraction News with your anchor person, Dora Smarmy.
Good evening. I'm Dora Smarmy, and welcome to Distraction News, where we give you the news, and at the end of our newscast, I'll ask you 5 questions about what I've reported. So pay close attention and make sure you're not distracted. Now, for our top story today, the ear and how we hear sound. Sound waves, or airborne vibrations, are like the ripples produced from a rock being thrown into a pond. When the sound waves travel into the ear, they vibrate a flap of skin called the eardrum. The eardrum's vibrations move 3 tiny bones: the hammer, anvil, and the smallest bone in the ear, the stirrup, which vibrates another piece of skin called the oval window. The oval window pushes fluid into the inner ear, and it moves tiny hairs attached to nerve cells, producing nerve signals that go to the brain. Oh, now that's really going to drive me nuts. Okay, now let's see how well you were able to remember the facts, and be sure to count how many you get right. What kind of airborne vibrations does the ear hear? Sound waves, high surf, or tide pools? The answer is sound waves. What vibrates the 3 tiny ear bones? The snare drum, the eardrum, or the ear horn? The answer is the eardrum. What is the name of the tiniest ear bone? The horseshoe, the belt buckle, or the stirrup? The answer is the stirrup. The fluid in the inner ear moves what? Your furniture, your feet, or tiny hairs? The correct answer is tiny hairs. And finally, where do the nerve signals go to? France, the heart, or the brain? The answer is the brain. So, how did you do? I hope you didn't do better than me, because they'll give you my job. And there isn't much more a cardboard cutout anchor gal can do. Well, that's all the time we have for today. But remember, don't ever let anything distract you from watching Distraction News. So long.
This has been Distraction News with your favorite cardboard cutout anchor person, Dora Smarmy.
Haunted house party.
Good evening and welcome to Haunted House Party. Tonight's scary yet quite interesting festivities are in full swing. You're just in time as our guest of honor is about to slither in. As always, I expect you to figure out who the mystery guest is yourself. That is so scary, and so is your breath. Tonight's mystery guest is very tricky.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, you mysterious mystery guest guy.
Hello. Did you hear that? Dead folks love me, even though my enemies think I'm a crook.
Excuse me, sir, but Madam says you can perform your magic act whenever you are ready.
I think there's been a mistake.
But aren't you Tricky Dick?
Drat that nickname. Yes, I'm Tricky Dick, but I assure you I am not a magician. Though I was able to make my presidency disappear.
I apologize. May I get you a drink?
Well, I could go for some water.
It'll be a moment. We keep our fresh water near the front gate.
Don't you ever use the words water and gate in the same sentence. Can't you get me a drink from someplace else?
Sorry again, Mr. President. I'll get you your drink by hook or by crook.
I am not a crook.
I think we've had enough. Why don't we give our friends a chance to figure out who you are? As 37th President of the United States, he was forced to resign his presidency because of that little problem called Watergate.
Yes, I am Richard Nixon. But not only am I Richard Nixon, but I am also not a crook.
Sure you're not. And I'm not scary. Until we meet next.
Watch your backs. Coming through, coming through. Greetings. Game time in 10 seconds. Radio Scramble.
Radio KBOX.
Hey, all you happening slackers and slackettes. This is your most outstanding radio scrambling DJ, Jumpin' Johnny Jumble, or as we say here,
Jumpin' Johnny Jerubum.
That's because here at Scramblin' Radio, we mix 'em and you fix 'em. In other words, my name is really
Jumpin' Johnny Jumble.
And that's how it works. Solid sounds and tangled words that have you unscrambling the letters that we'll be throwing out at you. Let's start it off with a golden oldie that is pretty moldy. The 5 Discords singing their classic, Harvey Worst.
Harvey Worst, a small red and fleshy fruit.
Harvey Worst,
gee, I think you're really cute.
Harvey Worst,
you're my juicy dream.
He tastes so good with cream. Yummy.
Harvey Worst, you're such a tasty dish.
Harvey Worst,
yes, you really are delish.
Harvey Worst,
you're my Harvey Worst.
Those discards are crazy, baby. Could you unscramble it? That was their one-hit wonder, Strawberry. Oh, baby. And now it's time for another
commercial spot.
As you know, you cats and cadettes, when Johnny needs a getaway from the fast track, I always like to take a break with Snoop 8.
Snoop 8 really hits the spot. Once you start, you just can't stop. Give me Snoop 8.
Yes, Snoop 8, crunchy and munchy and great for a snack or lunchy. So next time you have a craving for something fast and delicious, try Snoop 8. But be sure to ask for them by their unscrambled name, Peanuts.
Give me peanuts.
And now it's time for
April showers weather.
Thanks, Johnny. Well, today's forecast calls for beautiful skies, except if you don't like rhino cars, then you might want to get out of town. Rhino cars can reach 600 miles an hour, so it probably won't hurt to nail down your farm animals. While rhino cars don't have as many movies made about them as twisters, they do make for better TV. So hunker down and hold on, because it's definitely the season for hurricanes. This is April Showers wishing you all sunny skies and pizza pies.
Thanks, April. And it looks like it's about time to pull this radio wagon out of Dodge. Until next time, this is
Jumpin' Johnny Bulge.
That's Jumbo.
Next game up, Rattlesnake.
In the dark and mysterious recesses of parts unknown, there resides the strange and riddle-wise creature known only as the Riddle Snake. His music is enchanting, and his riddles are perplexing. So look close and think even closer, 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 closer. The riddle is, where does yesterday come after today? Where does yesterday come after today? Where does yesterday come after today? And the answer is in the dictionary. Oh, that riddle snake thinks he's so great. But there's one thing we can do better than him. We can wave. Bye-bye.
Hey, folks, this game is edible.
old pal Eddie Bull here at the exciting Walla Walla Washington Zoo. This week we're going to...
Eddie Bull, he's edible. He really is incredible. He's simply the best of the bunch. There's simply no disguising that he's so appetizing that we want him for our lunch.
Do I look like I'm the breakfast of champions? Guess I must, because some animal just gobbled me up. Can you help me figure out which animal just munched on me? Okay, everybody, here's your first clue. It barks and the babies are called pups, but it's not a dog. Unlike many of their cousins, they have ears. Some males have harems of females, but that doesn't make them a sheik. Okay, here's the last clue. You might have seen these animals clapping with their front flippers, but that's just a circus trick. Their flippers are really meant for swimming or moving around on land. Whee! That's because they're northern fur seals. Northern fur seals. Which means their babies are called pups, and they bark at each other. Unlike other kinds of seals, they have tiny ears. The strongest males rule over as many as 40 females in groups known as harems, and they use their front flippers for swimming, not clapping. Uh-oh, looks like I'm on my way home.
Eddie Bull, he's edible. He really is incredible, and we want him for our lunch.
Stand by for Lens McCracken.
How are you? The name's McCracken. Lens McCracken. Ace Photo Snoop. I photograph crime scenes, and you'll never find anyone better. Unless you look in the yellow pages. When there's a crime, they call Lens, and they always keep me on the job, because no one else is able to figure out what the pictures are. You're here to help me figure out these close-ups and the story. And within these photos, we will untangle the tangled parts of our case. The case where billions of dollars of stolen diamonds were stolen. I call this one the case of the hijacked diamonds case. Look at these 3 photos. Here's an appetizing close-up. You can sort of tell our perp is a real crummy guy. Need another clue? Take a look at this photo. This one's kind of catchy, but a handful. Check the whole picture, because you gotta make sure you cover all your bases. Anything? Maybe this last one'll do it. You know, this one's driving me crazy. I got a feeling this photo's just a front so the bad guy can put a fast one by us. Maybe if we see all 3 photos together, we'll figure it out. Yeah, I figured it out. I figured I got no idea what we're looking at. That's 'cause I'm Lens McCracken. Wait just a picture-taking, photo-generating minute. I can use my loyal darkroom computer, the Solutionator, to unmystify our mystery. The Solutionator is the greatest invention ever created. Except maybe for the Chia Pet. Cookies! And don't just go eating the insides. Next is... Did you figure it out? A baseball glove. And if I'm not mistaken, that would mean that our perp had fingers. And now the coup de grace. Well, then again, it could be the final photo. The grill of a car, which is exactly what I figured it was. And now we finally know what happened, don't we? Major League outfielder Slackjaw Bitterman, a known cookie-holic, while chewing an entire box of cookies, drives up to the targeted armored truck, where, smiling broadly at the unsuspecting driver with his cookie-covered teeth, he shocks the driver into stopping short, causing the entire load of diamonds to fall out of the back of the truck, where Bitterman, using his glove to catch 20 bags of the precious gems, then hauls off the stolen goods in his brand-new Jaguar. The shame of it is, Bitterman could have been a Hall of Famer, but not now, 'cause his cookie-cramped mouth made the mistake of facing off with me, Lens McCracken, Ace Photo Snoop.
Hey guys, check it out. Here's Paige and Sage. They're like identical twins, and they even look alike. Anyway, even though they like totally look alike, if you totally scoot up to the screen real close, you'll see 10 differences on each side of the picture. Today they're at school. Think you can find the differences? Awesome. You got 60 seconds.
So clueless.
Stop! Oh, you did? Whatever. Let's see how well you did. First of all, Paige's locker has a padlock, and Sage's is a combination lock. And their neighbors' lockers are different colors. Their school bags are different. Sage is wearing saddle shoes, and Paige has on rollerblades. The classroom numbers are reversed, and the signs? Different! The guy next to Paige is dressed way regular, and the ditz next to Sage is in swimming trunks. Fashion crisis. Inside Paige's locker is a jacket and a picture of her precious Chris. Inside Sage's is her very precious kitty. And one has more books than the other. Go figure. Look at the time. Gotta shop. It's the law. Ciao.
Greetings. Time for Crashbox Rewind, where we flash back through the show and remind you how smart you really are.
It barks and the babies are called pups, but it's not a dog. They're northern fur seals.
As 37th President of the United States, he was forced to resign his presidency because of that little problem called Watergate.
Yes, I am Richard Nixon.
When the sound waves travel into the ear, they vibrate a flap of skin called the eardrum. The eardrum's vibrations move 3 tiny bones: the hammer, anvil, and the smallest bone in the ear, the stirrup.
If you think 10 minus 8 equals 18, then your brains need to be squeegeed. The answer is 18 minus 8 equals 10, as if you knew.
Well, that's it for now. See you next time.